What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Louis. I hope all of you are doing great today. In today's video we're going to talk a bit about submitting your tax via e-filing. And this is quite a daunting task for most people because unfortunately most of us don't really have the knowledge to do so. Unfortunately, this is something that we haven't been taught in school or in varsity, and if you have any knowledge about that, it's probably only theoretical. So for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how we can submit our tax returns, and this is doing it on the e-filing platform. We can also do this by going into a branch, but most of us are tech savvy, and I'm almost sure of it, the people that's watching this really do have the skills to do it online. So before we can go ahead, if you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe to my channel, comment on my videos and hit the like button. This just helps the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more people like you that's trying to improve their financial position. With that said, I want to explain to you guys why it's important to pay tax. And you probably know that legally we are required to do so, but not only that, it helps our economy to grow and it provides us with goods and services. Although this is quite a big struggle in South Africa, we're not going to go into detail about that today. Obviously, everyone's situation is different. So I'm just going to talk in the broad sense and hopefully this will help you. So let's say you are employed by a company and you've been working there for 6 months or even a year. The time frame really doesn't matter. As long as you've been employed during the financial year, you need to submit your tax returns. The only exception is if you've received an SMS showing that you've been auto-assessed and you owe SARS nothing and they owe you nothing. This is basically an automatic assessment that SARS does on your income that was introduced a few years ago. So how it usually works is the company that employs you will issue a IRP5 document to SARS, and this will determine whether you are paying too much tax or too little. A IRP5 document is basically a document that shows your income received during a specific period of time. The time frames or the time stamps that we need to be aware of is basically what the financial year is. So SARS doesn't work from January until end of December. They work with what is known as a financial year. The financial year is from the 1st of March until the 28th of February. This will depend whether it's a skrikkeljaar or a leap year, then it might be the 29th of February. So this is basically the financial year which determines your income during that specific period. So another thing that we need to be aware of is the deadlines to submit our returns. I'll share this with you on my screen. It's from the 1st of July until the 31st of January for 2022. So with that said, I'm assuming that you already have a personal income tax number. You should have if you are already employed. If you aren't employed just yet, what you need to do is you need to go to a SARS branch, and the documents that you need with you is a bank statement not older than 3 months, proof of residence. This can be a lease agreement or even a clothing account that shows your address, and then another thing is a copy of your ID. Once you have a personal income tax number and you are employed and your employee gives you a IRP5 document, you're pretty much good to go to submit your tax. If you haven't received a IRP5 document, you can request this from your HR at your company or someone that's in charge there. They should be able to give it to you almost immediately. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is the newest tax thresholds. And this changes every year, but this is basically the amount of money that you can make before paying tax on that, and that's for a specific age. So I'll show this on the screen and you guys can pause the video to have a look at that. Once we have all the necessary documents, we are pretty much good to go to submit our tax returns. What I'm going to do is, if there's someone that might be struggling with the registration on e-filing, I'm going to share a link in my description from SARS's website where they show step by step how you can register. This is basically like registering for any other platform where we click next, continue, okay, and we're good to go. What I'm going to do in a few minutes is share some questions with you guys that you can ask yourself to determine whether you should pay tax and if you should submit your tax return on e-filing. With that said, I'm going to jump to my screen and show you guys how we can start submitting our returns. Okay, so you will need to log into your e-filing profile in order for you to submit your return. After logging in, you will be taken to your portfolio dashboard page. Click on the 2019 return link, read the message displayed and click close. Your income tax return will be issued. Click the My Tax Return ITR 12 link and read the message displayed again. You are now on the form creation wizard, which will create your customized income tax return based obviously on the information you supply. Read the message carefully, especially regarding your banking details and all the other information received from your employer. Check the tax reference number and make sure the year of assessment is correct. Click OK. And then now we will answer the questions according to our tax affairs to create a customized income return. Depending on what you complete in the form wizard, various sections will appear. The sections are color coded. If it's red, it means you need to supply information. If it's blue, it means you have supplied all the information required. In some sections, fields will be pre-populated. Check that this information is correct against your supporting documents. The deduction section is an important part of your return. You must check that all information is correct. If anything is missing, please just add the correct information. All sections will be blue once you have correctly completed the return. Before you submit your return, you can make a tax calculation based on the completed return. When you click calculate, your return is automatically saved and you will see the results of your calculation. If you're sure that you have completed your return accurately and obviously honestly, now you can submit return to SARS. You can save the return as well and come back later to work on it again if you might need specific information. To save the return, click save, and remember, if you click save, your return is not submitted, but it gives you the opportunity to come back later. Your return has been successfully submitted, and if you click continue, you will be able to see your assessment. To open the assessment, click on ITA 34 under the notice of assessment. And this is where you can check if you have been selected for audit or verifications or not. You can then close and log out of e-filing and we are good to go. Okay, so that was basically submitting your tax return. And I know it was quite fast, but hopefully you can just take the time to go through the tutorial again and make sure that you understand each and every step. I'll be sharing with you guys some questions that you can ask yourself to determine whether you need to pay tax or not. I'll show those questions on the screen and I'll read them for you guys. So if any of the following apply to you for the tax year 1 March 2021 until 29 February 2022, you obviously need to pay tax, and it's, did you conduct any trade in South Africa? In other words, did you receive any type of money while in South Africa? If you are a South African tax resident, did you conduct any trade or employment outside South Africa? Did you earn interest exceeding the annual exempt amount? This means if you received interest more than 23,800 Rand in the tax year under the age of 65, you need to pay tax on that. Did you receive any allowance such as travel or office bearer allowance or a company vehicle fringe benefit or anything like that? This is information that you will see on your IRP5 as well. Did you hold any funds in foreign currency or assets outside of South Africa? Did you have any capital gains or capital losses exceeding 40,000 Rand? Was any income or capital gain from funds in foreign currency or assets outside the Republic attributed to you? Do you have Do you hold any rights in a controlled foreign company? Did you receive an income tax return, or were you asked to submit an income tax return for the tax year? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you probably need to submit your tax returns. So with that said, I know this video is quite a mouthful and there's a lot of information in this. I hope that this information can help you in some way. Hopefully this helps you to submit your tax returns, and that SARS owes you nothing and you owe SARS nothing. With that said, thank you guys again so much for taking the time and watching my videos. I love sharing information with you guys and I really appreciate all of the support so far. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.